All right. I think we're good. So, almost. There we go. Hello, everyone. This is Chris Ingerson, and it is. Dang it! I keep looking at my clock. I was going to say 7:01 p.m. That's not relevant. This is August 29th, and this is the August 29th TextQuest Devstream. So, today our goal is to finish the Grove puzzle, specifically the Grove Shrine puzzle. So, um, it's about 2/3 of the way set up. We now have the individual components that we need. We have a burnable object system to handle carrying the log from the cabin all the way over to the grove, and we have a torch system set up. But the last thing we need to do is we need to set up the not combinable torch, the container torch, because that's sort of scripted, but it's not quite finished yet. We've started to work on it, but we haven't actually finished the scripting for it. Um, wow, I was really hoping to be able to play and talk about what we were doing right now, but I guess for some reason that's going to take a while. Okay, well, in any case, so the last step that we really need to take to finish this puzzle is we need to get the torch on the right here to be basically, you cannot light it until you place a log inside of it. While the other torch will just light like normal. Excuse me. Sneeze. Anyway, so the left torch will already have kindling inside of it. You won't have to place anything in that torch to light it. But the torch on the right is going to be missing its kindling, so you need to bring a log, place it inside the torch, and then you will be able to light the torch. We're also going to probably start off today doing something less, well, not less, something a little bit easy, like we normally do for these streams, which is, finally, we're going to fix the, whoa, the heck? What the heck is going on here? Hold on. Let's see, we want display. There it is. Why did it default to 30? Jeez. Okay. Sorry, there we go. That's much better. It was feeling really slow and sticky, and I was like, what is going on here? And it was because I was locked at 30 frames per second for some reason. Super weird. In any case, so one of the things that we're gonna, well, not one of, the thing we're gonna start with today is making sure that you have your lantern equipped when you light things on fire. So we're gonna say hold and light. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We're not going to equip it right now. So currently, if we want to burn this log, we just type light log, lamp. It'll light it. But that doesn't really make sense, and I would prefer to have the log only be burnable if you have your lantern equipped. In fact, that's how I would like basically all burnable interactions to behave. The thing that's being lit on fire will only be lit on fire if you are actually carrying the thing that can light things on fire with, or that you can light things on fire with. So let's go ahead and extinguish, and I'm going to hold and light lamp. Oh, dang it, so close. Lamp. That's interesting. Huh, it must have cached. Oh, right. That's the other thing we gotta fix, but that's not gonna be fixed to start tonight. So compound sentences without specifying the subject in the first sentence actually does not work when you're interacting with objects unless the object that you're trying to do the compound sentence on is the thing you're interacting with. And that's because this sentence sees that it doesn't have a subject, and it's going to use the cache subject, which in this case is the thing you're interacting with. So, gotta fix that. That's I don't want to say minor, but it's not really a major thing. I know how to fix that. So I'm going to say hold and, come on, and light lamp. Okay, so ideally now I would be able to burn things, but it doesn't really make a, I think I just say light. Oh, right. Ooh, well that's interesting. We got a interesting. Huh. Well. Why is that? Fire effect, huh? Interesting. Let's take a look at this. Log model. Okay. Did I somehow? That doesn't make sense. Pool manager. Let's see here. Fire pool free. But you won't let me do that. That's interesting. So it seems that we've stumbled onto a weird error. For some reason, I can't light the log on fire, then put it out, and then light it again. Okay. So I need the lamp. Take light with lamp. Extinguish. There we go. That is interesting. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the item, I guess. And we're going to have to go all the way down to success effect, light. Equip, light. Here we are. The item burn type is not in inventory. And, okay. We're saying islet is equal to true, blah, blah, blah. So we're saying islet is equal to false. Go to definition. Then let's go to ignite. Now, what do we have here? I might also make sure that I'm not missing ignite. I don't think I am. I don't think I overwrote it for this. It would be kind of weird if I did. Let's see, equip reset object. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. So, pool manager requests burn effect. Oh! Duh. That's why. Because I did that in a very, very stupid way. Now, didn't I? Wow. That is... Huh. Yep, that was... I have no idea why I did that. That is a terribly rookie mistake to make when programming. Huh. Okay. That's super awkward. So the problem was that I was just, for some reason, not caching the reference to the fire effect that I spawned. Instead, I was overwriting my reference to the prefab that I was spawning in there. That is... Huh. Okay. Don't know why I did that. Let's go ahead and say... Wait. No, that's fine. Yes. Okay. So we're going to say protected... fire effect, then do I want to say active? I'll just call it burning effect. Okay, so let's find all references here. There we go. We're going to say burning effect is equal to that, then burning effect dot ignite. Okay, that's all fine. Okay, if burning effect is not equal null. And there we are. All right. That should fix the issue. So now if we go back and play, it'll actually allow me to light it on fire and put it out, then light it on fire again. that was kind of embarrassing. Oh, you know what I should do is... Okay, making sure. I always check my Twitch tab now whenever I stream, just because I'm so paranoid that one day my voice is gonna cut off and I won't know about it for 2 hours, and it'll drive me insane. So let's go ahead and take this. Okay, so we're gonna say light with lamp, extinguish, and lamp. All right. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh, the log is not lit. Is that a hard-coded response? That seems like a hard-coded response, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I like that. Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to say lit or burning, but I guess either way, that doesn't really make sense. I need, if I'm only going to have one phrase, it needs to be as all-encompassing as possible. lit is generally used in under the assumption for things like, say, lanterns. You wouldn't say that a lantern is burning. I mean, you could, but more commonly it's said that the lantern is lit, or it is not lit. But a log is, I mean, again, you could in theory say lit, but more people will say the log is burning or the log is not burning rather than the log is lit and the log is not lit. Usually because lit in that case would be short for lit on fire. But I feel like burning is a better approximation there. I wonder if I should expose that. It kind of seems like it wouldn't be a bad idea. So, okay. Sorry, I'm kind of just trying to think about how I want to handle this. Because this is actually a topic that's come up a couple of times. I feel like I really shouldn't hard code these responses like this. Instead, I should expose them so that they can be easily adjusted in the editor. But I guess it's kind of a moot point right now. It's more of a design problem, so I'll probably break that stuff out at some point, but not right now. In any case, so that's currently where we are. Let's go ahead and stop playing. So we have torches that we can light. Oh, I guess I should show the torch that works being lit. We have torches that we can light. We have an item that we can carry around that we can light on fire, but only when it's not in our inventory. I don't have the lamp right now. Light with lamp. So we can get one torch lit. The other one will not work right now. Well, actually, it might. Yeah. It shouldn't, though, because it needs to only work when we have the log placed inside of it. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. One, fixing the fact that we can light items without requiring that the object you're burning them with be equipped. So let's go to verb. I guess verb.verb because that not verb/verb, verb.verb. Okay. And we want to go to required item info, go to definition, and require equipped. So let's drag this out. I'm going to say find all references. It is, are you serious? It's not used at all. Okay. Well, that is a thing. Okay. See where require items is used. Required items count is equal to 0. Verb.requires item. Let's see here. So we need to basically find where the required items are being used and determine if the item that's attempting to be used is actually equipped when it's needed. Let's see. So this is, I'm assuming, the from JSON portion of things. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go up here. Yeah, this is kind of annoying, especially since it's probably going to need to be overridden. So if we go all the way up here to item, all the way up here. Yeah, check verb is the thing. Ah, dang it, come on. Seriously. Let's see. Is indirect item as item. In inventory only. That's interesting. I don't recall in inventory only being. What? Let me peek all that is a thing. I feel like that might be a holdover from the old days of the parser or the object setup. Let me pull up my sheets here. Let's go to design, interactions, and interactive object template. So we're going to go to the verbs page. So we still have a require equipped, but I guess that doesn't make sense because required items has that. So that's kind of a moot point. Let me find all references here. It is only used in items. That's not really what we want. Okay. Let me think. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Oh, no, I guess that's not entirely true. There might be situations where you can only do something if it's in your inventory, so that is, I suppose, only really useful for items. And in that case, require equipped would actually make sense. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I will keep required equipped. But we do need to actually look at this then, because that's kind of a problem. So let's go to, that's the other problem, is that for some reason the item class does not call base.checkVerb. So let's see. If verb.requireItems.count is equal to 0, or verb.requireItems.count is greater than 0, and verb.requireItem.object.id, that is find equal to null, get item check failure, this write an output. Okay. Then I probably want, that doesn't really make sense. Now does it? Yeah, that's not great. Okay, so it's not going to check currently to see if we need to require equipped. I want to make sure that actually, yeah, it is. Okay, good. So I suppose that it probably should have a constant value for that, but we might, let's see here. Yeah, we're running into a weird situation here. So in this case, the sentence.indirect object does not equal null, and the verb.requiredItems.count is greater than 0. But the verb. Okay, so I need to do this here. Right? I mean, let me see if this is used anywhere else. Doesn't really look like it. Okay, so in that case, I think we'll want to say if sentence dot indirect object does not equal null, and verb dot require items dot count is greater than 0, and verb dot requires item sentence dot indirect object dot id. So basically, if we have an indirect object, if we have more than 0 required items, and the required item is our indirect object, we are also going to want to say, and, oh, jeez. Okay. So we're going to have to do this here. item io item is equal to sentence dot indirect object as item if io item does not equal null, just to make sure. Then we're going to want to say if, let's see, oh geez, I have to loop through all my required items, don't I? Okay. Okay. Let me do verb dot get required item info. That's good. We're going to say io dot item id. Oops. Dot item id. Come on. Actually, let me do this. There we go. So that gives us required item info. We'll call this rec info equal to that. And then we're going to say if rec info does not equal null, which actually should be impossible, so I don't even need to do that check. We're going to say, I suppose we would do this for the most part. I'm going to copy this pretty much. Okay. Actually, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be, we have an if here that we need. So we're going to have to say if rec info dot require equipped and not io item dot is in inventory. Then we will do all this. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to say string output, get item check failure. We don't care about that actually. Instead, we're just going to say, actually, I wonder if I have a get default failure, get item check failure. I do not. That's disappointing. So let's get rid of you. Instead, we're going to have to say best equip the blank before using it. I guess for now that's fine. We don't really care about those. Well, we don't care about replacing because that's not going to be a thing. And we're going to say best equip the plus io item dot name plus, okay, before, I don't want to say using it, but that's kind of what I got to do. Best equip the io item name before using it. Okay. I think we'll be good. So let's go ahead and try that out. Now, actually, I am going to have to basically copy this chunk over to item. If verb.equipped only and not as equip. Okay. I think this will work. I might end up moving this into like some sort of weird function check, just because I really don't like how messy my check verb stuff tends to get. Because it's kind of like a buffer between what you type and how the object reacts. It's meant to detect very specific things like required items and their effects. So let's go ahead and let that compile. Then Shazam. Okay. Camo. There we are. So we're going to say take Come on. What about you? Light. Okay. Well, let's take a look at your verbs. Light, required items. Require equipped is checked. And I guess we're going to do some quick debugging. So we're going to go to item. All right, and I'm going to say debug.log 1. We're just going to kind of step through here until we see where it fails. 3 and 4. And we will also do the same for interactive object. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, then 4. I would like to just know if it is actually doing anything. Because the data is there, and that is important. Because it means that at least we're not missing chunks of data. It looks like the same thing is here. So, all right, let's try this. Go ahead and save and Shazam. So take. Oops. Okay, let's clear this. I'm just going to turn off maximize on play just so I can keep an eye on this. So we're going to say light with lamp. It only gets to 1. Of course it does. Okay, so let's see here. Sentence indirect object does not equal null. The verb.required items.count is greater than 0, and it should require this item. Okay, we're going to debug a little bit more information here. So we're going to say string.format. Okay, so let's do 1, 0, no, 2, 1, 2, then let's do a new line, and then 3. Okay, so that's going to be basically the criteria being judged here separately. So we're going to do that, comma, and that, comma, then finally sentence dot indirect object equals null, question mark, then we'll just yell null. Otherwise, we're going to say sentence dot indirect object dot id dot name. Okay, let's take a look at this. See what happens. I have high hopes, but I always have high hopes, so that doesn't really mean much. So hopefully this won't take too much longer. I'd like to get onto the actual combination and burning parts. Let's go ahead. We're going to say take. Oh, there it is. Knew it. Knew it. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Ah, there it is. That's why. Okay. It's because I was stupid and I didn't do this. Okay. Let's copy this. No question mark. False, else that, I guess. I don't know what that's going to. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Shazam. All right. Go ahead and let that play. Okay, so take. Then light with lamp. Okay. The center is false. Interesting. So it's saying that what? Hold on, that doesn't make sense. How on earth is the verb required items? That is no. How is it not greater than 0? I know. I'm looking at it. It's there. Okay, let's go to debug mode. So we're gonna look at this, and this is gonna be a nightmare to guess. Oh, good, almost got it. Required items. What the? Ah! It was a naming change. Okay. I'm willing to bet this is also. Yep. That's not particularly great. So, okay. Oh, no, don't. I didn't mean to hit play. That was force of habit. Okay. Stop. Clear this. Do normal mode. Okay. Final references. Specifically, actually, I'm going to go to definition. Okay. Now what about require items? Find all references. There are more things using it. That's good. Okay. Find all references. Required item. What? Are you serious? Required items is... Okay, hold on. Great. Oh, I know what this is. Right, I remember now. Okay, originally, back before I split off required items into its own little sheet, it was actually part of the verb spreadsheet. So, great. Okay, go ahead and paste that in there. We're going to go to, go back here, paste you. Say it dot, nope, not dot ID, item. There you go. What are you mad about? Okay. This is very painful. I'm going to leave that squiggle alone for now. Paste you. Ah, jeez. Okay. I guess actually the main thing I want to know is, does it ever get set? It does not. So it's literally just dead weight. Okay. Great. Combine with item, huh? Find all references. Ay. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Can I just say verb dot get requirement Oh, good, I can. Item.item ID. So we can just do that and say if that does not equal null, then we'll do all this fun stuff. Okay, so that's that. Come back here. And of course now I've lost it. Ah, dang it. Big definition. Let's go to required items. Here we are. Find all references. Okay, good. We're almost through it all. Oh. So require items. And here, and finally here. Jeez. Jeez. Dot ID. No. Item. Right. So this is the same problem that we just ran into. Hooray. Hello, Jelmega. Welcome back. How are you today? Yeah, so this is rather annoying. Cached inventory dot find. This is, I'm guessing, also for combine. It is, of course it is. So it's both cases of combine are actually very annoying. Okay. So breaking your head on a DQ implementation. Oh, are you writing your own custom DQ implementation? Yeah. I guess that could be pretty frustrating. Much like I'm frustrated right now. So let's see here. I need to get an item ID out of this. I think this was supposed to. Yeah. That's not exactly. It's not exactly great. All right. I'm instead going to do this. Required item info, rec info, or not, ingod info is equal to verb dot get required item info, and then we're just going to say sentence dot indirect object dot ID. That really doesn't seem particularly great, but I suppose we'll have to live with that now, won't we? All right. Am I even using that anywhere? Okay. That's super weird. Huh. That's really weird. I guess for what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab this, move this below, paste it there, and we're going to actually say rec info, if I could spell rec, which apparently I can't, rec info dot item. Okay, so that will work, and we're just going to say if rec info is equal to null there, that will work. This whole section actually is a little worrisome. I don't think it's set up correctly, but whatever, it's fine for now. Let's go down to base item. Here we are. So, yes, we're going to want to, do I need this? Nope, okay. I'm going to grab these two, move them down below, item 2. Jeez, I don't even, I guess it's just how I set it up. That just seems wrong, but okay. We're going to say required item info, rec info is equal to verb dot get required item info, and then sentence dot indirect object dot ID. Okay. And we're just going to say if rec info is equal to null, same thing. And from there, we're just going to simply say, hold on, what does IO item need? Okay, wait, what? Why don't I just use... Oh, okay. I don't know why I don't just do that, I guess. That seems kind of weird. It's very strangely phrased. I am not entirely sure what Past Chris was doing here, but it looks kind of slapdash, and it was probably thrown together very quickly to make something work. Oh dear, I'm going to have to rewrite this, aren't I? Not right now, but... Oh dear, yep, that goes to show... Am I even using this class? I don't think I am. I really don't feel like I am, but I will, I guess, just save it for now. File, advanced save, which is, for some reason, not available. There it is, advanced save options. Windows. Getting the different line endings error. Let's see. Sorry, I looked away from chat for a while because I was complaining about my past self. Hello, Clariel. Welcome back. Yeah, doing all the containers as custom containers for my tests. They're faster than standard containers. I'm probably optimize them more. Especially annoying when it's hot. It's 30 degrees. It is a little warm. Although it's not nearly that hot here. I think it's in the 70s here. Alright, so let's give this a try. So now I should not be able to burn my log unless I actually have the lantern equipped. Hopefully. By the way, before I forget, how are you doing today, Clariel? Because I gotta remember, I gotta ask everyone that. Gotta be polite. So we're gonna say light with lamp. I'm gonna swear. I'm gonna swear. Actually, no, I'm not gonna swear because we didn't really do anything. But now we can see where it's stepping through. So it's getting to here. Interesting. Do I need this to just be ID? It'd be super awkward, but yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. P definition, require items for default. No, that seems correct. Okay, we're gonna let this go and stop playing. It's gotta compile. Hello, Anthony. Welcome back. How am I? We'll see how the stream goes. I'm tangentially okay right now, although I'm a little worried because this is taking me 45 minutes to get a small fix in, so it's not a great sign. 70, that's warmer than my PC. I don't know why Fahrenheit's still being used in 2017. Cause America! What else do you need? What else do you need to know? Come on. Actually, I think it's because the economic problems with switching over would be so astronomical for us right now that it's just infeasible at this point. I agree that it would be better if everyone used the metric system, but think about the logistics of actually swapping out miles for kilometers in the U.S. Road system. It would just, not to mention that all American cars up to date have miles per hour. I guess they also have the kilometers per hour indicator inside them, don't they? So actually that might not be as much of an issue. But all the road signs and such would have to be changed, and that would be a massive infrastructure undertaking, I think. Okay, so we're going to try that again and see if it works this time with that minor code change. Let's see. Aha, I'm good. Chipping away at a proper Devstream setup between bouts of Factorio. Yeah. Well, it's not... I guess I don't want to say it's easy, but... heck, if I can do it, then anyone can do it. Light with lamp. Okay, so we still got to 3. Which means that we're getting to here. Does that mean that you don't think we need it equipped? Or... Well, see, that's the thing. It's not throwing an error, so yeah, let's move this, and we're going to format it to get some more information. So we're going to say not just 3, but also string.format. Come over here, and we're going to say recinfo.require equipped and oh no, sorry, not that. Then what else do we want? IO item dot is in inventory. There we go. So let's do 3, 0, and 1. Okay. So now we should be able to see why it's not getting through there, because it should be stopped and say no. Oh wait, because I did something stupid. Although, so I don't want to say is in inventory. I want to say is equipped. Duh. Duh, 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 duh. That was me being stupid. I've seen that the problem was just that it wasn't enforced when an act was signed to convert metric around 1975. It was probably a federal. It was probably the same thing that the federal government always does when it doesn't want to do anything. It just says it's a state's issue, and then it never actually enforces it. So, well, yeah. It's at this point, I think economically, it's just not possible because the amount of upheaval that it would cause is just too much for anything, really. That's true. They did standardize that. We're not going to want to take. We're going to want to say light with lamp. Okay, so we got there. Oh, is it because I'm? Oh, right. No. Okay, because I don't return there. Return. All right. So let's go ahead and fix the interactive object thing too. So not is in inventory, but is equipped. And I think we're good after that. We're going to say return. Okay, so let's get rid of these debugs. Okay. And let's try this out. That should also be the same for our torch now. At least I hope it is. Luckily, metric is used in science and engineering in the U.S. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why metric hasn't really had to be adopted, because in the sciences it is used over here. But yeah, it's I don't know. It could just be a colloquial thing. Maybe it's just an American pride thing because we're like one of two countries that do it, and it's like, we got to be doing what we want. I'm going to say light with lamp. Ka-chow! All right. I'm going to say hold and... Oh, I can't do that. So I'm going to say hold lamp, light lamp, then light with lamp. Yes! All right. So we got that working. Now, let's try put away lamp. Okay. Then we're going to say light with lamp, hold lamp. Oh, this is kind of awkward. You don't need to have the lamp lit to light stuff with it. Uh-oh. That's kind of problematic. Crap. Dang it. Okay. We can probably get around that by doing some quick editing. So I actually, that's so painful. I might have to actually add a field that says require lit. Not excited about that. Because that's pretty much only going to be used in situations where you want to burn stuff. But I suppose I'll have to do that. So let's go ahead and say uppercase require underscore lit. Okay. Yeah, now we're gonna actually have to change some stuff in our item descriptions. So let's do that. Heroes Grove, and let's go to Torch Valor, Torch Courage. We'll also have to go to the cabin to grab our log. Okay. Torch Courage, Torch, I don't remember. Yep, it's got a container for that one. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to need to copy this field and paste it in a bunch of places. So we're going to go to required items, require equipped, paste to the right, paste it in here. We're going to say true. Okay. Go to require items, insert one to the right, paste it in there. And we're going to say true. Then the log, same thing. Paste in and set to true. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our export options. Fortunately, I no longer have to enter everything because it's all saved. Yay! Makes it super easy for me to export this stuff now. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to change? Oh yeah, while I'm in here, I guess I should put in info for the burning stuff, shouldn't I? So let's go ahead and copy this. Say copy to, recent. God, it would be super nice if I could do like multiple ones, but I guess that's not a thing. So select that. Let's copy it again. Torch Courage. And let's copy it one more time. Torch Valor. All right, let's go to copy. Oh, I already had one for this one, apparently. Okay, never mind. Don't need you. So let's delete you. Let's see. For example, how many inches are in a mile? The answer is 63 feet. Wait, what? Is that a moniker for 1,000? Because it's not 63 feet in a mile, is it? That seems really short, actually. And if you look at the Windows calculator, 1 mile is 2.1, 18 jumbo jets. Okay. 1 smoot inch is equal to imperial US units, 5 feet, 7. Huh. Oh, okay. Wait, yeah. Well, it's a digit separator, but what digits are you separating there? Because normally I would assume that, and this gets into the other thing with what quotation marks mean, because a single quotation mark in measurements is usually indicator for feet, I believe, and inches are double quotation marks. So I read that as 63 feet and 360 inches, which is really weird because that would obviously be a lot more feet. So, oh, okay. See, I've never seen that used before. I've always seen commas used, and I've occasionally seen dots, but I've never seen quotation marks used like that before. That is a lot. That is definitely a lot of inches. In any case, we're going to go ahead and drag this around, rename this to just burn info. Let's see. It is permanent. Burning ID is going to be, I think, torch 1, if I remember correctly. Torch 1 lit and torch 2 lit. Okay, so courage is torch 1 lit. So torch 1 lit. Oh, I did that completely wrong. Torch 2 lit is valor. Correct? Yes. Although it's kind of arbitrary, but I guess it should probably be set up. Burned ID, we don't care really. Burn duration, we also don't care, so that's fine. Let's go to Torch Courage. Drag copy of burn info, rename. Shoop. A smoot. Okay. Well, okay then. That is kind of funny that we have a smoot measurement. All right, so same thing here. It's going to be permanent. This one is now, oops, if I can spell, torch underscore 1 underscore lit. Burned ID, again, don't care, say. So now we should be good for everything here. Let's go ahead and export. Oops, export and export. That is a problem I actually need to fix. Sorry, I recently redid this stuff to have tooltips, and I didn't think about this possibly happening. That's actually kind of annoying. Gotta fix that. All right, let's go ahead and start downloading these things. Download, and download. All right. So now we have our actual JSON files. Let's go ahead and we're going to look for Torch Courage. Show this in Explorer. Folder. Let's see, so Torch Courage and Torch Valor, replace them. And now we need a log. Log. Ah, crud. I hate it when I do that. Forgot to delete an old one. Alright, I'm guessing this is going to be interaction data overworld cabin items. Yep. Okay. So now I should be able to update all 3 of these objects, and they should be correct. And we shouldn't have null references if we're lucky. So let's go ahead and clear that, and let's just try to hit update. Okay, so that's good. Except actually, I'm going to have to update them after I set up parsing for this, aren't I? So we're going to go to required item info. Now we need to set up, in required item info, we need to set up a bool for Jeez, I'm sorry. For some reason, my mind is a million miles away today. We need to say require lit. I'm going to say false by default. All right. Commas and dots as decimal separators. Another discussion. Got another idea. Let's put links in plank lengths. Wouldn't that just basically be infinity all the time, though? Also, I'm going to go ahead and comment these while I'm here. So we're going to say tooltip, just so that I don't ever forget what these are. It's going to see the item ID for the required item. Oops, jeez. The string to output. Cannot navigate my keyboard tonight. Tooltip data ID to set if needed. We're going to say set to true, I guess. Tooltip require that the item be equipped to function. Tooltip require that the item be lit to function. And tooltip always require this item for the interaction. All right. So let's go ahead and before we go anywhere else, I was going to let that compile, but I guess it's kind of pointless right now. We're going to go to required items, go to definition here. Add a new field here, which is going to be here, public const string or string required item underscore require. Wow, that did not spell require. Require lit is equal to require lit, and that is what I told it to be, correct? Required items require lit. Yes, good. All right, so that should be almost correct. We're almost done here. And then we're going to go to required item info. We got to store it all and save it all. So I'm going to say JSON.add interactive object utility dot required items whole way. Or I'm sorry, require lit, and I'm just going to say require lit because I no longer need to do this. So I can actually simplify these quite a bit. And okay, almost done. One more thing. Here we are. So we're going to say this dot, actually we're not going to put that there. Instead we're going to put it here. This dot require lit is equal to JSON.get bool value interactive object utility dot require item require lit. All right, let's let that compile. I'm a little worried that that's going to start causing null reference errors in old code when I try to parse it, so I probably should make those default values, but that just means it's going to let me know that I need to update stuff, so I will not do that then. Let's see. 1 meter is only 6.25 times 10 to the 34th blank lengths. Yeah, something tells me that trying to communicate scale on the smallest unit of scale is not a great idea. You will confuse people very quickly that way. All right, so now we can do take. Oh wait, you know what I didn't do is I didn't update any of that crap. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to say update. I'm going to come down here. Oh, and I need to draw that. Yay. So we have to go to our custom inspector too. That is not what I meant to do. We're going to say interactive object inspector. We're going to look for require items. So down here. Aha! Draw required items, go to definition. Okay. Just going to paste this in, require lit, and require lit. Huh, that's interesting. I actually never knew that if you didn't specify a tooltip, it just used the default tooltip that was passed in. That's actually kind of nice. All right, although I don't really need this. Get rid of pretty much all of these GUI contents. They're kind of not needed. And data ID. Yep. Okay, so require equip. Paste this in, and then require lit. All right. So now it should actually show us if we require our object to be lit, or our item to be lit. Shazam. There it is. All right, that's good. So let's go ahead and go to here. We're going to go ahead and update. I will clear this all out, and then I will hit update to make sure that nothing breaks. Hooray! And that means that this should break, or not break. Oh, right. Right. That is certainly interesting. I'm going to go to light. It's only text only for now. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about this. I'm sorry, not that. This. At some point, actually, I'm going to basically just want to roll... Ah, crud. I was going to say I would want to just merge my fire effects with my burn info, but it actually might be redundant. So maybe I just want this to be set to none for both torches. Burn info. Set that to none. Because the torches themselves will handle it, and they can handle more complex information. So that might be a better way to do that. I think I'm going to go to bed in 15 minutes or so, just too warm to think at 2 a.m. Well, I definitely feel that. I also feel like I'm kind of off my game tonight for some reason. Like, I'm not particularly interesting. I feel like I'm kind of fractured, fraggled. I don't know, disheveled. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I'm just distant today. Not entirely sure why. We're gonna say take, and we're gonna say light with lamp. Okay. Hold lamp. Light lamp. Oh, that's right. It's because I haven't actually set that up yet. Okay. Interactive object. Here we are. Required item. Requires item. Okay. Item. Okay. And it's equipped. Okay. Then we're going to say else if require. I'm sorry. recinfo dot require lit and not io item dot is lit. Then we're going to do something else here. Well, it's going to be pretty much the exact same thing, but we're going to say best light the item name before using it. I think that's probably fine. Let's go ahead and copy that, and we're going to paste that into our item script here. All right. You should know a programmer is more productive at night. That is true. I think most of my programming hours, or my peak programming hours, are probably midnight-ish, or around that time. Oh yeah, I forget what that's called. It's the something curve. There's a B in it. The something curve. Basically, it's a curve of alcoholic consumption where at a certain point, your alcoholic skill, or your skill at programming, improves dramatically with a certain amount of alcohol. But if you go past that, then you just, devolve into drunk programming, which at that point is terrible. Balmer's Peak. That's what it is. Yes, it's the Balmer's Peak, I believe. So I'm going to say take light with lamp, light with lamp. Okay. All right, good. So we're going to say light lamp, light with lamp. Hooray! So now we require that your lamp actually be equipped and lit before you can burn things. It's all about blood caffeine level. All right. Oh, geez. Just give a team of coders a year's supply of whiskey and tell them to get cracking. That's pretty good. All right, so we have our item interaction fix up now. So we're going to move on to trying to get the combinable. I keep calling it combinable torch, but that is not the correct term. The container torch to work. Although combinable torch technically would have worked as well because you are combining essentially one object into it. But this is technically whatever. All right. So we want to say initial items. Well, actually, what do we need right now? Let's take a look at our container torch. So we have torch info and container info. It can carry a log, and it doesn't carry any initial items. So I'm going to try, just right now, I'm going to try to insert the lamp, and hopefully that will be rejected. And then I'm also going to try and insert the log, which will hopefully be accepted. So we're going to say take. Okay, so we're going to say place lamp in torch. Okay, so it says dropped, which is bad because that's actually not what I wanted. Take lamp. Okay, that's super awkward. I don't know what happened there. It dropped the lamp, but it didn't put it in the torch. Okay, so I'm going to say place log in torch. Okay, now that one worked. Torch looks like it is very old, and this is great. It's not telling me that there's a log inside of it. I'm just going to try to say take log. Oh, sorry. Take log. Open torch. Okay, this is interesting. We got a lot of problems here. Okay. Yeah, that's not great. So I'm going to try to place, here we are, insert item. incorrect item message. If specific items dot count is equal to 0 or specific items dot contains item dot item ID. I don't understand. It should have failed. Let's go to, let's see here. Where are you? Item. I'm going to go to drop, or our drop do verb effect. So here we are. Add, no, not add to inventory. Remove from inventory. If verb.items.count is equal to 0, that's fine. And this is where it's going to be interesting. Okay. So I'm going to say debug.log. I'm pretty sure that this is actually just returning false because it is trying to check for an interface type. I think I have to do that check in a different way. So we're going to say that. It would actually be super nice if I could. I guess I could actually come up with an extension for components that checks to see if it is a interface specifically. That would be interesting. So we're going to debug that. I'm pretty sure what's happening is that the interface check is failing there. Because I think what you need to do to actually confirm that an object is an interface is you have to do get component, then the type of the interface. It's super weird. We're going to do take. Oops. Take. I'm going to say place lamp in torch. We got nothing from that because of course we didn't. And let me guess, that's because lamp is actually weird. It's its own class. I spelled lantern wrong. All right. Yep, here we are. Yep. I don't really see a reason for it having its own remove from inventory, though. I'm going to just comment that out. That doesn't really make sense. I don't really need that. Hold on. So if I have a default here, does it go to base? Please tell me that it does. Oh, good. It just falls through. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, no. What do I mean by interface? I mean the implementable class. Well, it's not a class. It's an interface is what it's called. But oh, all right, Gelmega. Thanks for stopping by. Try not to get too overheated. Hopefully it'll cool off for you soon. Although if it's 2 a.m. and it's not very cool, it's probably gonna stay that temperature for a while. All right, let's try this. Take this. We're going to say place in torch. Oh, sorry, that didn't work. Place lamp in torch. Okay, that's interesting. That lantern name won't fit. Okay, that is fine. Although, what did I do there? That was incredibly stupid. Okay. Strange. Yeah, interfaces in Unity are hella busted. They are. I actually had to... Oh, hold on. Tomorrow, technically today, it will be 20 degrees Celsius. That's Belgian weather for you. Alright, well, hopefully you can enjoy the cool weather, or slightly cooler weather. Yeah, so there are weird things that you can do here. So I guess it looks like the is container stuff is working, but hold on. Let's go to peak definition. Oh, of course it's gonna. Right. Let's go to container torch. Let's see, incorrect item message. It's peak definition here. That item won't fit. Is the lantern's name interpreted incorrectly? The heck? Uh, that's okay. Let's try check item real quick. Am I overriding the name? Oh, this is super weird. Why did it give me the name? Hold on. Interactive object. Here we are. And actually, I guess we're gonna do lower name. The base class's name that we're looking at specifically here is iContainable, or no, iContainer. So you can see here that we do a check for iContainer to see if there's if the indirect object that we're interacting with, that we're trying to place our item into, is a container. And if it is, then it's gonna do a bunch of checks to see, can we place this item in the container? Is there enough room in this container for the item? What should we do with the item, etc., etc., etc. It seems to be correct, but the phrase "that item name then name" immediately does not seem to work. That's kind of weird to me. So let's peek. Huh. Okay, let's take a look at it again. I feel like I was kind of. So it looks like is container is iContainer will work. I was a little worried about that. But yeah, as far as interfaces in Unity goes, it's actually a really, really frustrating thing when you need them, because Unity just does not like them. It hates them, I'm pretty sure. I actually had to write well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I wrote a attribute that allows you to use interfaces as a serialized field in your classes. It's kind of weird, and it's not as straightforward as I would like, but it's the best I could do, really, without getting stupid about it, I guess, without having like a fully customized class. So I had to jump through so many hoops to get that thing to work. But at the end of the day, it actually does work. So I can have interface fields in my inspectors whenever I need them through a very handy dandy attribute. So we're going to try to say place, not torch, in torch. Oh God, what would happen if I did that? Torch. No, that's not entirely great. All right, so we're going to say place lamp in torch. See, that's super awkward to me. Why are you saying lantern name? It's really weird to me. Okay. Let me take a look at the lantern, actually. I think we're going to go to global inventory lantern. Here we are. Names. Okay. Has it somehow been set like that? Where are you? I should have a... I don't have anything there. I should have a private variable called name or something like that. But apparently not. Okay. Well, that's super awkward. Well, great. Let's try to figure this out then. Interactive object. Name. Here we are. Object name is equal to names plus that. That's so weird. All right. Yeah, so really strange. Huh. Okay, I'm going to, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to look for name as an uppercase. We're going to do through the current project. We're going to do match case and match whole word. Let's find all here. Okay, we don't care about any of that. So where, what the heck? Where is it coming from? Because enemy combat info and everything else definitely has nothing to do with that. That's not great at all. Okay, I'm going to go to my container torch here, and we're going to say debug.log incorrect item message, and then we're going to debug after that this log. Doop. Okay. So now I should be able to see both debugged values as it's spat out at us to try and figure out why it thinks that that's correct. Because that's very weird to me. I guess we should probably also check our torches to make sure they're not doing something stupid. Because they could be. Let's see. Oh, there it is. That's because I did it wrong. Okay. There we go. That should fix it. Although I probably should actually keep item name and change our code. So we're going to say, instead of item, we're going to say item name. There we go. So that was me being silly. I really should centralize my database of replaceable words. Probably would help a lot. Alright, let's try this again. I will get this torch to not burn, and then I will get it to burn tonight. That is going to happen. I refuse to stop until I do. Okay. Let's try this. Place lamp in torch. That lantern won't fit. Good. Place log in torch. Done. Good. Unfortunately, now I know that I can't get it back out, can I? So I can't say take log. Because the torch is not open. Which makes no sense. Because it should not have to be. Okay, let's take a look at... also, actually, I'm going to try to place lamp in torch again. Torch is... What? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Sort of, but not really. More frustrating, really. Let's see. Is container... Or in... No, sorry, that's the wrong thing. We're not. Let's see here. Burn type, burning ID, verbs, lit ID, max capacity, list, initialized raw contents. What? What the heck is happening here? There has to be something stupid going on. Okay. Let's go to our container torch. Remove item. Where are we using you? Surely we are using you somewhere. There we are. On content item success. Remove object. What? Insert item. What is going on here? Okay. This is rather annoying. I'm not entirely sure where that's coming from. So, what was it? Is not open. We don't care about whole words. There's nothing even in this document. What about open? The heck? Great. Okay, here we are. We got a couple of things. If container.can insert items. Not great. Because that doesn't really work. So... dang it. Do I have to have freaking isOpen variables? Ah, that's so annoying. Okay, let me think real quick. So I now have to have isOpen variables in just for the cases where I actually have containers that can be opened. And I need to know if an object can't be placed inside of a container because it's not because the container is not open, or because the container is full. Great. So that's why. Okay. Container can insert items. We're going to peek that. Yeah. All right. So I do have to do that. Hooray! Okay, we're going to turn off lantern, get rid of interactive object inspector, get rid of verb, get rid of required item info. I'm pretty sure we're done with that. Get rid of combination object and get rid of interactive object utility and door. Okay, we're going to go to container. I can't remember who said it, but programming is the act of debugging for hours until you realize you can't counterspell. Yeah, that's pretty much true. All right, so I'm also going to pull up my container class. Okay, or I'm not. Instead, I'm just going to find what implements this. Session container. There we are. So, yeah, here we have an is open. And does it have a public is open? It does. It does. It does. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna have to do this stuff. Okay, so max capacity, specific items, list contents, incorrect item message, initial items, contents, content IDs, can insert items. Okay, then we're gonna say bool is open. I hate this. I already messed it up. Shows my disdain. Say get semicolon, and let's go ahead and comment this out. So we're going to say, is the container open? That would be my cat wanting attention, so she's right in front of my keyboard because she's spoiled. As I see you, cat. Alright, do I need anything else while I'm here? No, I think that's good. So let's go to, so container will actually be fine because it has an is open. But that does mean that container torch is going to have some problems. And that's fine. We're going to come down here and we're going to say public bool is open, get return true, because it will always be open. All right. Now we are going to have some problems here. It's going to be pretty interesting, actually. So I'm not going to say is open is always going to return true. I'm going to say is open is true if it's not currently burning. Repeat definition here. I don't remember if I have a protected. There it is. It's just is lit. All right. Why are you? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So I'm going to say lost it. Here we are. So get return not is lit. So if it's not lit, then it's open, and if it is lit, then it's not open. So I'm also, you know what? I'm also going to add a field for when the, well, not a field, but a property for when the container is not open, I suppose. So instead of incorrect item message, well, in addition to it, I'm going to say string container closed message get, and that's just going to be message to display when attempting to insert an item while the container is closed, or not open, I suppose. All right. Now we're gonna have to go over here to container because I know it doesn't contain that. So I guess we're gonna want to have a public field for that. Do I have a string incorrect item message? Here we are. So we're gonna say that item name, then public string. What did I call it? There it is. Container closed message. Container closed message is equal to the object name is closed. Okay. I'm also going to tooltip these things because I need to do better at that. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell when a class is semi-old. If it has tooltips, then it's only semi-old. If it has no tooltips, it's probably really old. And if it has all tooltips, that means it's fairly recent. because I really only started, well, I mean, I started the project before the tooltip attribute existed. So I should tell you how old it is. All right, so we're going to say message to display. You know what? We're just going to copy and paste that entire thing. When attempting to insert. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with incorrect item message. Do I have something for no key message? No, that's fine. That's good, actually. And you know what? Meh, that's fine. I don't really care too much. Oh, right. I need to actually do that. Incorrect item message. I'm going to say public string container closed message. Get return container closed message. Okay. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to just paste this over in container torch. After, where are you? Incorrect item message. Paste that in. We're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to steal my stuff here. Oh. Dang it. I need a default fail phase for when I don't want to actually have this. Because again, the torch is never going to be closed, so I don't really need a customized phrase, but I guess I have to have one. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to paste this in here. I'm also going to steal my tooltip for the supported item. Alright. I guess that'll work. Though the annoying part of that is it means that I have to come back and I have to redo my container info. Or my container info drawer. So I'm going to have to say container torch. Let's see, incorrect item message. Let's copy and paste that down here. Let's see, what do I want to... Where are you? Where are you? There you are. M_. Incorrect item message. We're going to paste this. I'm going to go down here and paste and... Alright. Almost done. Paste this. Then we're going to say container closed message. Alright. So now that should show up right here. Trying to think if there's anything interesting going on that I heard about today while we wait for things to compile. Well, now they're done compiling, I suppose. Yep, the object name is closed. All right, so we're going to change this around a little bit. We're going to go to item. There we are. So instead of saying the container.name is not open, we're going to say parser.output container.close or container closed message. That's fine. I guess that's fine. Oh wait, no, hold on. We're not quite done yet. So on can insert items, I actually want to say if container dot is open, or yeah, dot is open. We're going to do one thing. I probably can just do this actually. Grab this, paste this, go to this. So if it is open, we're going to say, sorry, if it's not open, we're going to do that. Else, I guess we'll just say, what do I want to say? Parser.output result. I'm not entirely sure what would be the best thing here. So if it's not open, but you can't place items in it, I guess that would mean that it's full, except that's not really true. Because that's kind of here. Except can insert items is probably going to be false if it's filled up all the way, I assume. Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's what that means. So Yeah, okay. That's interesting. So I actually don't even need any of this, really. It's kind of moot. Um, so instead I can just put this here for now, and we can get rid of this. Because it's impossible for it to get past can insert items when the container contents.count is greater than your max capacity. So we're just going to get rid of that. Okay. I think that's probably good. And in all fairness, I probably need to add fields for like filled up message or whatever, and that would also need to be flexible. But for the most part, I usually just hard code these for quick, dirty things, which is terrible. It's a really bad habit. I should not do that, and I implore you all not to do that yourselves because it just means more pain later on. All right, let's give this a test. So now I should be able to attempt to insert the lamp. It shouldn't work. And then I should be able to insert the log and then take the log out. So I'm going to say take, and that all should work as well. So we're going to say, okay. So we're going to say place lamp in torch. Okay. Place log in torch. Take log. Bleh. Wait. Hold on. What do you mean the torch is not open? That's not right. Basically obligated by law. Well, I mean, hey, if you want to do it, there's nothing I can do to stop you. Just remember that you will be the person that you're hurting. It is entirely a self-inflicted wound. All right. That is very frustrating. Let's see. It's not open. Oh, I bet it's because I need to do add to inventory up here. Yep. Okay. Yep. Wait, why do I... Are you serious? Why do I care about that? That's incredibly dumb. Yeah, I don't need that. We're gonna move this down here. I'm gonna move this up here. And instead of can insert items, I'm gonna say is open. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I needed. So, okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I don't know why I was checking if you could put stuff into the container when you were trying to take stuff out. I guess I should probably take a look at container here and see what my can place or can insert items is, just if it's open. Yeah, okay. Then, yeah, not entirely sure why I coded that way. Because past Chris was an idiot. He was a massive idiot who had no idea what he was doing. All right, so we're going to say take, place lamp in torch, place log in torch, take log. Come on, you got to work with me here. Let's go to the item. Oh, dang it, I said if not. Or I didn't say if not open, of course. Womp womp. Also, I suppose I should probably redo this to be, phooey. That's not going to work, is it? That's fine. I need to redo that anyway. So I'm going to say the container close message. There we go. Oh yes, by the way, I'm slowly adding features to my little avatar guy here. I want to see what that looks like on the stream. So I now have a spoiler warning for when I'm doing stuff that is spoilery. And actually, like 5 minutes before the stream, I thought it would be really cool to also have a category that told you what I was doing that day or at the moment. So I could have one for something like art or programming or design, stuff like that. I should probably get rid of my spoiler warning there. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to say place log in torch, take log. Okay, do I have it? Place log in torch. Examine. Torch looks like it's very old. I probably should list. I need to have some indication that the log is inside of it, because right now I wouldn't know that. Okay, so we're in a decent place. I'm going to try to actually place lamp in torch right now. There is no room. Okay, that's good. So now we need to actually set up a couple of things. One, we need to override our description here. So I'm going to say override description. Is that what I actually want to do? We're going to go to container. I think I overrode description here. Base interaction, content ID, contents is open, description. Here we are. If not is open, return description, content description. Let's see here. List contents. Yes, this probably should. Yeah. That's not great. I think I'm actually just going to change this a little bit. So we're going to override description. We're going to say if contents.length, or sorry, .count is equal to 0, we will return base description. Actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to use brackets or braces here. Else, I also need to say return. Else we will return, for now, nothing. That's fine. I guess actually we would say, well, I think base.description is just description. Oh, well, I guess we'll do that then. We'll say base.description with capital D plus a log has been placed. I mean, this is not ideal, but I know that this is kind of a hard-coded thing. Like, I know that it's always going to be a log that's placed inside of this thing into the object name. Oh, you know what I'm actually going to say? The plus name lower plus period. Okay. What is that built in? I thought it was just a GIF or something. Oh yeah, no, that's no, it's not a GIF. It actually, so if I stop talking, it'll stop moving its mouth. It takes like a second because of how Unity handles audio input, but yeah, it reacts dynamically to my voice, and I wanted to get it set up so that it would type whenever I typed, but that was a little bit more complex than I was hoping. And for some reason, I couldn't get it to hook into the native Windows keyboard interactions, so it wouldn't actually detect my key presses. At least not when it's not focused, because it's super easy to get it to detect your key presses when it's focused, but the problem is it's in the background because normally Unity is up, not the app that's running my avatar guy. So yeah, there's he's an interactive thing. I want to build up on him so I can do stuff like the spoiler warning, or show different art programming or design tasks that I'm doing at the time. I actually want to get it set up so that he'll walk around the entire screen. So it would be really, really fun to have him sort of lay out the agenda on the bottom left of the screen, and maybe even have Twitch chat integrated into the app itself so he could react to stuff going on there. And actually, I did start looking at Twitch API integration, but Twitch's Unity SDK plugin is depreciated. It's not really being updated, probably because Amazon has a game engine and it wants to be focused on that. But we haven't actually done anything, have we? We actually need to, well, actually, I guess we can check to see if it's, okay, what's happening here? Oh, I'm paused, right. So let's insert the log and examine it and see what happens. So I'm going to say examine. Okay, then insert log, examine. Well, so much for you. Okay, what did insert item do then? Yeah, there we go. How is contents not greater than 0? Okay. I am deeply confused here. That's super weird. Okay. Okay then. I'm going to go ahead and just say debug.log contents.count. I'm also going to debug the insert function to make sure that it does get called. And it's not doing something like add item here. Or sorry, remove item. It is public. Obtain item, remove item. Okay, so that's for getting out. And then when we place something in it, container.insert item, yeah. So we're going to put a debug in here. So we're going to say debug.log, or oog, I guess. Debug.log, item ID dot name. Okay. So now we should get a little bit more information on this. But yeah, as far as the pixel avatar goes, I'd like to build him up to be more reactive to chat. So I'd like to have him react to things like cheers and following and subscribing and all that stuff. But it's a little bit more complex than I was hoping it would be, so it's just going to take me a little bit longer to do it. Especially since there's no real practical value in me making that thing incredibly robust. I want to because it's fun. It's a nice little distracting side project for the weekends, but you know, there's not a lot of intrinsic value in really spending effort on it instead of the game. So take. Okay, so I'm going to say examine. Oh, right. I remember now. Okay. There we go. That's why. Right. Log has been placed into the torch. That's fine. We're going to go to container here. And I'm guessing that on do verb, there's a very specific thing that it does for examine. Yep. Right there. All right. So we're going to copy this all for now. We're going to go to container torch. Oh my goodness. I don't even have an override for that. Oh joy. That is wonderful. Oh jeez. That means I have to copy this whole thing and then trim everything out that I don't need. Alright, we're going to go to container torch. Let's see. Go ahead and put this here. Okay, let's get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. Oh wait, nope, we don't want to get rid of examine. We want to get rid of everything but examine. Okay, so we don't care about if it's locked. We just care about if it's open and if we want to list contents. Okay. Oh, and we don't actually want it to list contents. I forgot. I want it to just say something. A log has been placed in the plus period. Name lower plus. There we are. So now we should be able to interact with it and examine it. And it should actually give us the list of, well, it should say that the torch has a log inside of it. The next, cheese. Yay, Unity. I don't know what it is with Unity 2017 and that crash, but that crash has only happened to me since Unity 2017 came out. It was never a 5.6 thing, and all throughout the 2017 beta it was happening. I have no idea what causes it. I also really, really hope that it doesn't make me re-import everything. That would be very, very annoying. That would be very infuriating. Yeah, this is one of those cases where I really wish I had a more robust avatar because I would probably have an animation for him getting very angry. Because I really hate it when Unity crashes. Through no fault of my own. Although that's actually pretty cool. See, like the halo effect around the shadows here. Well, while this is going on, any interesting news recently? Google actually today released AR Core, I think, is what they call it, which is their competitor to Apple's AR Kit. And it does a lot of the same stuff. Recognizes horizontal surface and um, a lot of fun stuff like that. The Unity API, I have a hook for it, just crashed. That would be really, really funny if I had my app listen for when Unity crashes. Although I get the feeling that would be like a nightmare to try and set up. Um, though I wonder if it's possible, actually. All right, so we need to actually test it, so I have to play. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what you can hook into in the Unity API. I know you can do stuff like post build processes, but besides that, I'm not entirely sure what you can do. Be my cat, wanting attention again. All right, we're gonna go ahead and say place log in torch. Look, torch looks like it is very old. A log has been placed in the torch. Good, 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 good. Okay, we are. Now this is where it gets interesting. I'm actually going to want to add another. Oh, great. Let's look for iContainer. I'm going to add another interface to our container interface, I guess, selection. I'm going to say create folder interfaces. Am I even using container ID? No, I am deleting you. Did I close you? I did not. I'm going to close you. Okay, deleting that. No need to have that script if it's not being used. And then I'm going to move my iContainer class, or interface, into the interfaces. One day it will compile. But while it's doing so, I'm going to take a drink. All right. Let's go ahead and add create C# script. I'm going to say I visible container. I showcase. I guess visible container. It doesn't really. It's not a great. Basically, I'm coming up with an interface for containers that when you place an item in there, you actually see the item in the specific spot that the container wants it to be in. So think of it like a trophy case. So when you place an item in a trophy case, you're not just lumping it in with a bunch of stuff. You're orienting them so that they're presented in a very pleasing way. And this is actually behavior that I'm going to need at some point, specifically here, and also for the, it's not really the meta game, but like a secondary thing that you can do that's not explicitly stated. So we're going to say I visible container is really all I can think. I don't know what else to call it. Let's say whatever, visible container is fine for now. I just can't think of anything to call it besides showcase or something. So. Oh, dang, you'll never guess exactly what feature I'm working on as we speak. Given the timing, that's either a hook into a Unity's API, or it's interfaces, or it's about showing things when you place them in other objects. Because if it's not one of those three, then you're correct. I have no idea what you're working on. So, what are you working on? While we wait for our code to compile on my end. I have to wait anyway. Shazam. Abracadabra. There we go. Okay, I'm going to reload all. And okay. I don't think we need container torch editor again for now. Let's go to iVisible container. All right, so this is not going to be a mono behavior because it's going to be an interface. Interface. I can't spell interface. There we go. So this is going to be in the text quest namespace. iVisible container. So I think we're going to need a couple of things. I'm actually going to need a data class here, which is fun. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Create folder visible items. So we're going to have to drag the visible container. Oh, it's funny because iVisible container kind of looks like invisible container. Well, there we go. I'm building up features for item classes so they're positioned in specific places in the inventory. That is fun. So you're talking about like a System Shock type interface where you have squares that you can fill in, and each item takes up one or an array of squares in a specific shape. Let's go ahead and open this back up. Okay, then we're going to add, create C# script, and this is going to be a container item. No. Container item spot. Ugh. Container item point. I guess. I really can't think of what else to call that. Let that go. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back. How are you doing tonight? Do editor or edit. I'm fashion forward. I don't need my O's. Okay, I'm going to say create C# script. Container item point drawer. Yeah, sorta. Nothing as robust as full-on inventory, Tetris, but assigning canonical locations in the inventory for specific items. Item A is always at 5.2, and the inventory's grid. Oh, okay, so something more like Legend of Zelda. I guess Ocarina of Time. Well, no, I guess all of them did that, didn't they? Ocarina of Time is just one that I think of first. But yeah, I think all of them had specific item placements for their items. So something like that. Yeah, that's a decently challenging thing to do, actually, if you're doing it dynamically anyway. But even fixed points actually would be interesting. Let's go ahead and open these things up because I'm going to need them. Doing fine. What are we working on tonight? We are finishing up the Grove puzzle, and it took me 2 hours to get to the point where we're almost done with it, except I haven't even started getting this quite to work. But we spent an hour fixing, well, I say I spent an hour, because that's apparently just how long it takes me, fixing a minor equipment bug. So you could light things on fire without having the thing that you wanted to light things on fire with equipped. And then once we fixed that, it's like, oh wait, it probably should actually be lit before you can do that. So we had to do a bunch of stuff to get that to work. But now we don't need to worry about it because it's done. going to say using Unity Editor. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to set up when you place the log in the torch. We need the log to be visible. So we need to have some way of positioning items that you place into containers. Well, containers that are implementing a specific interface. So I need to play through. Oh, hold on. Container. This is going to be property drawer. There we go. And we're going to make sure that this is in the text quest namespace. Just copy that. Save this. And I'm going to paste this in over here. All right. You are going to just be a class that is system.serializable. And you're just going to have public item ID, item, then public transform point. Okay, that's equal to item ID dot none. And we don't really need tooltips for these because I'm not actually going to use labels. All right, I need to play through Ocarina of Time again to see how they solve the programs I'm running into. Well, I mean, I think what they did is you just had fixed locations for everything. Custom property drawer, type of container item point. I'm going to say override on GUI. All right. Position dot width divide, or no, I'm sorry, times equals 0.5f. Then we're just going to say editor GUI dot property field position property dot find property relative item, and we don't really care about anything after that. Then we're just going to say copy all this. Instead of dot width, we're going to say dot x plus equals, well, not that, but position dot width. Yeah, I think the way Ocarina of Time and I think every Zelda game has actually used this system, not just Ocarina of Time and its successors. You basically, although actually after Twilight, or starting with Twilight Princess, you had the wheel instead of the menu. I think it was basically just switching on a sprite. So you had a sprite for your item, and it was always at a specific position. You did not get multiple items in the same spot unless you did a glitch, but that's not important. Oh, and hold on, I'm gonna find a point here. All right. Oh, and I almost forgot. I gotta say GUI content.none. GUI content.none. All right. I think we are good there. So we're gonna go back to iVisible container, and we're gonna say using system.collections.generic. Okay, we're gonna say list container item point. Item points. I don't like saying point. I prefer position, but that's fine. Equals to new. Oh, I don't need to say that. I can just do that. Except I got to do get. So I'm going to say get. Okay. I'm going to try to say get. There we go. And I think that's all I really care about for the visible container. All right, so we're going to let that compile. Yeah, each item has a slot, belongs to by default. It's not just a Boolean, though, because the glitching you're referring to is because they confused the game into setting the item slot on pickup to the value of some other item. Huh. Yeah, I guess that explains it. Although I never understood why they did that. Maybe it's just so that they can move things around. But in theory, if they don't really want you to move the item around, there's no real point why you can't just make it a more hard-coded value. Weird. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to go over here to, where are you? Container torch. And I'm going to make it derived from iVisible container. iVisible container. All right, and then we're going to say public list container item point, and then it's going to be, what was it? Item position positions. It's a new. I think that's what I called it, right? Where are you? Here we are. Yep, item positions. Good. And we're just going to say down here is open data ID. Blah, 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 specific items. Here we are. Public list container item point item positions get return item positions. Okay. Now we don't have red squiggles anymore. Hooray! Let's go ahead and say tooltip positions for visible items. Okay. Care about you. I think we're good here. So now I got to go to my insert function, and I need to just say cache inventory, remove item from inventory. This is going to be interesting. I need to remove the item from the inventory, and then I also need to re-enable its hold on. I need to re-enable its mesh and all that, but not its collider. Pretty sure it's because of bottles in the trading quest. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. You have what's called like the trading item post, and after you trade everything, it's filled by the Bigoron sword. No, it wasn't. Bigoron sword was equipable through this sword menu. Oh, that's even more confusing. I mean, it's just an empty spot. I don't remember what's there after you complete that quest. Oh yes, and the contents of bottles. You're correct. Yeah, that actually would be really cool. I really like. I don't know how to say its name. Pineco, whatever. I really like that guy's Super Mario 64 videos that just explain how everything in Super Mario 64 works. Super awesome. Which is really funny because not most, but a lot of his videos are just text overlaid to Super Mario 64 music. And then some video examples of what's going on. It's like, no, normally this would probably be really boring, but I actually think it's cool. In any case, so contents.add item. Let me see. Remove item from inventory. Does it disable it? No. So remove item first or default. Contents.remove. That's fine. That's interesting. That is interesting. So it actually caches its position. Okay. I don't remember what I do with this, actually. I'm going to put the log in the torch, and then I'm going to find it. I don't remember if it gets disabled, or if it remains disabled, or if it just gets positioned into a weird spot. That's kind of awkward. Alright, so let's try this again. Yeah, his work is just so much fun to watch, actually. So we're going to say take, place log in. Can I just do place log in? Haha, I can. That's fine. It's just dropped. Okay. Interesting. Wait, what? Take. Oh, I probably can't then. So place log in torch. Ah, that's disappointing. Okay, so I'm going to pause. And where are you, I wonder? So let's look for a log. Okay. It's still in the inventory. That's interesting. Is that correct? No, it says I'm empty-handed. But it's still contained in my inventory. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and turn off maximize on play. Does it stay where it is? It does stay where it is. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. We'll just have to manually position it anyway. So we're going to go to, we have to go to our inspector for this actually. Container torch. Go to our inspector. We got to add a field for our item positions. All the way up here. Item positions. I'm going to grab this. Item positions. Paste this all in. Item positions. All right. Copy this. And bam. All right. So now we should actually have a field for it in our here we are, Torch Courage. In our container information, so we can actually start adding those positions. All right, so if we open this up, we're going to add one size. We want this to be log, and we need to give it a transform. So I'm going to go ahead and create an empty transform. We're going to move this up here for now. I'm going to copy this log component for now. Paste this here. Oh, zero it out. Oh dear, it's scaled. That's fine for now. We don't really. I'm a little worried about it, but it should be fine. Okay, so let's go to 0.3. That's probably fine with a rotation of 90, negative 90 apparently. Wow, it stretched really bad. That's so awkward. Okay, that's super awkward. That's fine. Although this does bring up another problem. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna drag this down here. I'm gonna paste component values so it's back at its original position, and I'm just gonna rename this to log position. All right, let's drag that up here, and then I'm going to drag this down to here. Okay. Go ahead and apply while I'm at it. So, what we need to do for container torch here is we need to say, in my insert item, we're going to say, you know what, I kind of wonder if I need a visible container class here, because I'm not really doing anything with it. So, I'll keep it in there for now. I might need it for level population. Something like that. So let's go to item, not item, sorry, container torch. Here we go. So on insert item, I need to check to see if the item is one that I can position. So I'm going to say, it's all fine. And we're just going to say, oh geez, I need to add a get, don't I? Boo. It's probably going to be private. Whatever, I'll make it public for now. So I'm going to say public void, not void, transform get item, or no, visible item position, item ID, for int I equals 0, I is less than item positions dot count. Plus, I'm going to return null at the end here. We're going to say if item positions of I dot item is equal to ID. We're going to return item positions of I dot point. All right. So I'm going to say if get visible item position item dot ID, item ID not equal null, then we're going to actually position it. So we're going to want to say, actually we're going to, I guess, have to cache this. I always hate doing this, but it's probably the most efficient way. Transform, no, with capital T. Transform visible position is equal to this. Then we're going to say if visible position does not equal null, then we will say item dot cat. Okay, really? All right. Transform dot set parent. Do I really not have set? I guess I don't. Am I not using common? Is that why? Nope. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. I thought I had a thing for that. All right. I'm going to say set parent visible position. And here's where it gets interesting. I don't want to scale it necessarily, although it really shouldn't matter. Yeah, that's not great. We're just going to have to deal with it. I'll say false for now. Oh dear, that is just going to mess things up so bad. But I suppose that's really a design problem. So the problem is that our torches currently are scaled, which ideally they would not be, but because they're so old, since I need to remodel them still, they are. I have been trying to find a good design, and I just can't find one that I'm satisfied with on these torches. So we're just going to use the old ones for now, but I'm doing research into what torches look like for what I'm going for. I even installed Skyrim again just to walk around there and be like, did they have any good designs for their torches? And they did not. So it's really infuriating for some reason to try and get torches to behave. Well, not behave, to look right. All right, so we're going to say place log in torch. Oh, dang it. Well, okay, so it's positioned. What the frig? Okay, so not sure what happened there. That's really weird. So the other problem is that I need to enable them. Are you serious? What is wrong with you? I don't. How on earth are you all 0? Or how on earth are you all 1'd out? But that can't be right. Like, I don't. You're clearly not 1. Hold on. All right. Drag you out. Scale you down. Drag you back. Okay. I'm incredibly confused about that. I don't know why it wasn't correct. Huh. Okay. Well, either way, I'm going to say item dot get module model module dot do I have a dot game object? Oh geez, this is all kinds of wrong. I'm actually kind of curious. Find all references here. I guess I can probably just do model. Okay. So we're going to say dot model dot set active true. Okay. Find out where this is being used. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and let this work. I say let this work. Hope that it works. I'm going to be very sad if it doesn't. I'm also very curious as to why my log was scaled so strangely. So I don't really know why that would be the case. This is why you shouldn't work with different scales. Like everything should always just be scaled to 1. Place log in torch. Okay. So... Oh, right. I forgot. Freaking makes no sense. I'm so confused. Ah! Okay. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I get it. I get it. It's because the torch is scaled up. Duh. That's why it's so large. Because everything's scaled to 1, but I don't actually want that. So... Hey, 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 hey. We're going to do this kind of in a cheese way for now. I'm just going to move this out. Okay. I'm going to scale it back down. I know that this won't work for prefab stuff, but ideally this stuff wouldn't be scaled anyway. It's just something that is, for some stupid reason, this is already scaled down. Okay. So let's have this to 6 by 2 by 6, which is already massive. So let's have it back again to 3 by 1 by 3. And I think that's back to where it was. So, okay. So now my log position can be at 1, 1, 1. Oh, crap. Hold on. No, 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 no. Well, almost 1 by 1 by 1. Instead, I'm going to say 3, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3. Okay, then we're going to move you back down to single digits. Move our position back down into there. And add our collision as well to 3. Okay, apparently not 3. Nuts to it. 3, 1, 3. And didn't work. Okay, so 1, 1, 1. I'm just going to have to guess this. 1.5. Nope. 1.75. Really? 2? Alright, 2 it is. 2 by 2, and we're going to go up. So I'm going to say 2-ish. Seems almost correct. Let's go to, let's say 2.25. It's probably fine. And I'm going to bump this up to just 0.5. That looks good. Okay. So it's a little bit boxy, but again, these are placeholders, so I don't care too much. But now everything should be correctly scaled, at least, so it's not going to give us really odd scaling. So now when I place the log in the pit, it should just work. Don't have to worry about it. I'll be very angry if I have to worry about it. Be very, very sad. Very angry. I will be a roller coaster of emotion is what I'm trying to say here. So place log in torch. It's up in the sky. Okay. Maybe it's because of this. It's super awkward. I don't know why it's randomly positioned like that. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's also changing its layer. That could be bad. So, let this compile. Take. Place log in torch. Where are you? Oh, come on. Seriously? I guess I have to... Whatever. Alright. Item dot... Do I not have a transform? Oh, come on. Just because of the squiggle. I could have sworn that I had a cached transform value. I apparently do not, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's see, interactive object, private object name. Okay, I'm going to say private transform cached transform. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and say public model public transform cached transform get return cached transform question mark cached transform and colon cached transform is equal to transform. Okay. Then we're going to go back to container torch. We're going to say item.cached transform item.cached transform dot set local local position is equal to vector 3.0 item dot cached transform. Seriously, do I not have like set? There it is. Set transform parent is what I called it. Okay. Set transform parent. Okay. So I think that will actually handle everything for me. Because it should, if I remember correctly, rotate it, then, come on. Yeah, it should rotate it, then scale it and do all that fun stuff. So that should all be good. It also sets its layer, which that might be a little concerning, but we'll see. Actually, I'm kind of worried about that. I don't think I can really specify a layer problem. Nope. Okay, so we'll just see if I take the log out, if I can still interact with it. All right. So take place log in torch. Hooray! It actually worked. Take log. Okay. Drop log. Oops, not oog. Drop log. Oh, good. It places it back in the interactive layer. Okay, well, then I don't have to worry about it. Yay! Or actually, you know what I bet happens? Let me look at the log. I bet you... Oh, no, it does. Okay, good. So I must do that whenever I drop it from my inventory. I wasn't sure if I was doing it. I thought I was, but... You can never be too sure with past Chris. I can't talk, I'm sorry. All right. So now we have item positioning working. We have equipped items that are lit being able to light objects that can be burned. So now we need to finish everything up by only allowing the torch to burn when it has a log in it. Okay. Whew. So for that, I'm going to need to go to my base torch class. Definition. Close you. Pull this over to container torch. All right. So do verb light. So I need to override this, which of course is not going to be a simple thing. It never is. And I have to paste that. Wait, hold on. That's the do verb, isn't it? No, I'm already doing that. Okay. Well, then I guess we're going to grab this. Okay. Verb.word checks. Is that what all this is? Oh, it is. Okay, well, I don't need you then. I can just say output results. And then all this fun stuff, can't I? Okay then. Just out of curiosity. So all right, cool. So yeah, I actually don't even need this stuff. There we are. That's a lot simpler. Let's see. Stop parser output. Okay. So before we can light, we actually have to say if contents, I guess. Contents. Oh, wrong thing. Ooh, almost edited the wrong thing. That would have been bad. We're going to go back up here. I'm going to say if contents dot count is greater than 0, then we can light as we please. Else, I guess we're going to need some specific information for this. So we're going to say public string. What do I want to say? Missing log message. Okay, let's come back down here. Else, parser dot output result missing log message, and parse. Well, I think that's fine. And we're just going to say return. Don't think we need anything else. So okay. Yes, I think that's fine. That should actually handle it. So let's let that compile, and while that's going on, I'm going to go to our container torch editor again. We're going to add a new field. Log message. Paste this in. Okay, draw container info. Okay, I just have a random one that I have to do, don't I? So we're going to say private void draw. Actually, you know what? No. We'll just put that in container info, I think. Missing log message. Okay. So now that should pop up. Oop, wrong thing. It should pop up in our container field. Come on. I believe in you, Unity. You can do it. Yeah, missing log message. Which, dang it, I shouldn't have let it compile, so I could have filled it in by default. Oh well. Let's go to container torch. I'm also going to come up here all the way. We're going to make this a text area. And do I need to say what it is? We'll just say 3 and 3. So it's 3 lines long. And I guess we're going to say for our dialog, there is no kindling in the object name. Okay, so find all references here. Go down here. We're going to say dot replace interactive object utility dot object name, then name lower. Okay, so this should oh, I guess I need to copy that because it's already been serialized and set. And actually, I'm going to change that anyway. So instead of no kindling, I'm going to say there is nothing to burn in the object name, or I guess that's what I would say. Let's copy this, save it. I'm going to compile this, and we will paste it in there. While that's all going on, I suppose I should tooltip these. Items placed in this container. default, I think that should be 1 for this. Tooltip. Should the container list its contents when examined or interacted with? Okay. So, I think this is all going to work. I'm very hopeful. But we'll find out. So, assuming this works, that'll be what I wanted to do. We'll have the puzzle expanded on, and from there we'll need to test it to make sure that it works between scenes, but for now we can't do that because I don't have a scene transition set up over there. Alright, so we're going to say place log in torch. Okay. Actually, we're going to say take log. Okay, make sure that that's not like visible anywhere. Let's go to global inventory. Good, it's not. Now, let's try to, one, light with lamp. All right, hold, and, oh, can't do that. Hold lamp, light lamp. Okay, light with lamp. Good. Now I'm going to say, good God, that's like super bright. I think that's just because it's white. Probably need to change that. Hold on, I want to check something. Hero, book object, right equip point, lantern. I think my light is just, yeah, it's a white light. Ooh, probably needs to be something like yellowish. Or probably more like orange. Sorry, minor complaint. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's something for me to change. Alright, so I'm going to say place log in torch, light with lamp. Yay! Although its position is wrong. That's okay, fine, whatever. Or no, that's just the default one that it's using. It's not as impressive. Alright, can I pull on this yet? Take. Okay, good. Can't. Now, what about now? Light. Lamp. Moment of truth. Yeah! We got it! Hold sword. Alright. First try every time. Exactly. That's exactly how tonight has gone. I have never had to retry something that I wanted to do and didn't succeed. That is not nothing like that occurred tonight. All right. So that's exciting. Yeah. So let's see. What else do I need to do to get the system polished up? I mean, it's functional. At this point, it's kind of the same. To test this, it's basically the same thing you need to do to test any text-based adventure. I need to bang on it with a bunch of random phrases and see what doesn't work. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and say we need to let it know that it's on fire, which is apparently something that I don't do. I'm going to say take log. The object name is closed. That's not at all what I wanted it to say, but that's fine. I'm going to extinguish, then take log. Cool. So you can totally take the log back with you. Okay. Okay. So I probably should have a parameter for torches that says that they can't be extinguished once they've been lit. QA tester walks into a bar, and then he walks into it from the side, then the other side. All right. So I guess for one, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of change the lighting a little bit, make it a softer orange color like that. It's probably fine, just a subtle color. Oh, and it should just be real time. Right? Yeah, there's no reason for it to be mixed. It should just be real time. Yeah, it's not even casting shadows, so that's fine. Orders a lizard. Orders -1 beers. Yep. Okay. So let's go to our torch script real quick. And I'm going to add, so can light. So we're going to do basically the same thing that can light does, except for can extinguish. I really need to find a shorter word. Because I hate typing. Like, light is a nice short word, and then you have extinguish, which is just long. It's annoying to program with that name all the time. And I can't say can put out or can turn off or anything like that. That all sounds stupid. So, all right, let's go to extinguish here, and I'm going to say if can. Oh no, actually, you know what? Hold on. We're going to say if is lit, and if can quench. Is that actually a synonym for extinguish? Unlight. See, I feel like unlight though is not what most people would say. Else. Okay, we're gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna take this, paste it in here. So instead of can't light, we're gonna say can't extinguish. Ooh, well, douse is. Before reigniting. So the problem with smother's not bad. Although the problem with douse and smother and all of that is it, like douse makes it sound more like you're putting it out with water, and smother makes it kind of sound like you're snuffing it out. But technically for things like the lantern, which I mean, I think it's a carbide lantern is what I made it, which is technically gas, but I always sort of present it more like an electrical one. It doesn't really make sense there, and it doesn't make sense for things that aren't burning. And when you're not around water, it doesn't make sense to use something that implies water. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of those things. Excuse me. It's one of those things that does not matter at all. But because apparently I'm neurotic, I'm just like, there has to be a better word. I just like a catch-all word that means to put out, but is not that because that sounds dumb. In any case, so we're going to say instead of the object has not been lit, we're going to say is can't extinguish message. Okay. I think that. I'm going to say briefly dims before reigniting. I don't think reigniting is the correct way to spell that. Not have a okay. I thought that it had a dash, but I guess not. So that's fine. All right. We're English programmers, not English majors. Yeah, but I am making a text-based adventure, you know. I probably should be somewhat verbose or trying to think of see this kind of counter proves my point. I can't think of a word that means using large words or using fancy words. I was going to say loquacious, but that's or loquacious, but that's talkative, I think. So I'm going to take. Oh, crud. Hold on, I Forgot. Oh, dang it. I have to write that in the torch inspector. Hold on. Go up here, torch inspector, go to definition. Can extinguish. Sesquipedalian? Sesquipedalian? Or Dalian? That might be more of a long. I don't know. That is a word that I cannot pronounce, apparently. So, okay, we're gonna paste that and paste you. And can't light. Oh, not can't light message. Can't extinguish. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I'm just gonna do that. Can't. So m can extinguish, and m can't extinguish message, and we're actually gonna say if m dot bool value. Go ahead and paste that in. There's no reason for me to show it if you can't do anything with it. Okay. So now we should see it pop up here in the torch info. Pertaining to or given the use of overly long words. Well, there we go. I guess technically that wouldn't really be a good phrase, because it's not necessarily about long words as so much a knowledge of a various amount of words that mean the same thing, from varying degrees of fanciness to non-fanciness. Oh, and I need to do that backwards. So if, oh no, yeah, if not, and then if not. All right. So let's let that compile, then. There we go. Okay, I think that's what we want. So for Valor, we shouldn't have any problem with it. Well, dang it. I guess that's kind of. I don't know if I should allow people to put these out or not. You know what? I'm going to leave it as not for now, because that could be a good puzzle mechanic later on, though. So let's go ahead and take this, take that. Can't, that's good. Okay, we're going to say light with lamp, good. Hold and light lamp. Light, oops. Light with lamp. Okay. Light with lamp. Okay. Can I just do insert log? I can, good. Okay, light with lamp. Good. Although I did just think of something that could potentially be bad. Okay, I'm going to try to light log lamp. Yeah, I was worried about that. Oh dear. Take log. Okay. Yeah, we gotta change that. So I could probably extinguish log. That's pretty funny though. Alright, we're gonna take that. Hooray! So it all works. Although we do gotta fix the log problem here. So I'm gonna go up here. Go to container torch here. And I think on insert I change this. So we set interacted objects to be the item that we place in there, but I don't know if we want to do that. Perhaps I should move this down to ignite. Where are you? Oh, it's probably in torch, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to actually go up here. I'm going to say override. Wow, I can't spell override. Ignite. I'm going to do base.ignite, and then I'm going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than container, or not container, contents dot count I plus plus. So parser dot remove interacted objects, contents of I. Okay, and then override extinguish, pretty much the same thing, just in reverse. So add interacted dot add set interacted objects. Is that what it was? I thought it was add. Let's see. Hold on. Set interacted objects. All right. Oh, I think it's because it doesn't clear it, so that's fine. Yeah, it just adds it. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So now I shouldn't be able to interact with the log while the torch is lit. So that means that I can place the log in there, then take it back out, as long as I don't light the torch first. And that's because it doesn't make sense to allow you to take a burning log while it's on fire. Actually, you know what? I am going to try and do that, though, right now. Take. Hold and light lamp. Light with lamp. Take. Okay, good. Right, we did that last time. Thought we did. I wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm going to say place log in torch. Take log. Place log in torch. Light with lamp. Burn log. Good. Okay. Examine. Torch looks like it's very old. Log has been placed in the torch. Why didn't examine work, actually? Okay. What did I do? Hold on. All the way down here. Examine if open. Okay, I need to say if is open. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Description. Else. Actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to say if contents are greater than 0 and is open. We're going to do this. Otherwise, I'm going to do this. Get rid of you. I probably need to actually also state if it's been lit. Well, maybe not. It is kind of frustrating for torches. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should have torches be set so that they tell you their state. So when you examine a torch, it would say the torch looks very old. The torch is lit. Or when you interact with them, if they should say a torch. The torch is lit. I don't know if I should do that. Got a treat today, an hour stream to watch. That's true. It has been 3 hours of a stream. And I'm not. I said that I would go until I got this. Tonight was the night that I wanted to finish this. It should have been done a week ago. But we do have it all working, which is very exciting for me. take. So, what did we? Right. Okay. So I'm going to say place log in torch. Okay, we're going to examine. A log has been placed in the torch. Okay, log has been placed in the torch. Burn with lamp. Oh, right. Got to do that. Hold and light lamp. All right. I'm going to say light would be nice. Ignite with lamp. Okay. Now I need to examine it. Torch looks like it is very old. A large torch. All right. So that's, oh man, that looks kind of not super great. But again, it's an old model. It's a terrible model. I hate it. I want it to die in a fire. Which means that I need to find a better model. I just need to figure out what a good texture and what a good freaking shape would look like. Because I really don't like this one. In any case, so yay, we have container torches working. So now we can have torches that have to have objects placed inside of them before they can burn. That is actually set up to work with our shrine here, so that the sword will actually only be pullable once you light both torches. So yeah, I think the next step will be testing the torches through leaving the area and then coming back, making sure that everything persists, because it's very important that if you leave and come back, that everything looks the same as you left it. Otherwise, that's kind of jarring. And I'm actually pretty sure that right now the log would be missing from the torch when we came back, just because of the way that containers spawn their items in. They don't really spawn their items in until their contents are examined. So that might be something that has to change for, well, not might, it most likely, like 99% likely, will need to be dealt with. But that's something I think that will be a little bit more interesting on the next stream, because it's been 3 hours, and I'm a little afraid here. So let me think. That's a good place to stop for the night, but I'm thinking Thursday will be about persistence. So testing this stuff, transitioning levels, then coming back, getting the log from the cabin. So maybe placing it all the way in the cabin, then having to navigate through the forest to get here. That might be an interesting thing to do. Although I guess, is that possible right now? I think that's possible right now. I'm like 90% sure that it's possible right now, so we'll see. Because I think my forest is all set up for transitions and all that. I just know that it's not been fully fleshed out. But I'm pretty sure that transitions are working. If not, I can do that. Oh crap! I probably can't do that tomorrow. But we'll see where we are at the very least. If worse comes to worse, we can always just transition to the plains and back, even if I don't have to even if I can't go through the forest. So yeah, did a lot today to get everything to work properly. So let me think. Is there anything else I need to announce? No, it's pretty good. So yeah, thank you for staying with me on this 3-hour dev stream, and I'm glad that I was actually streaming long tonight. So Scorpio got to see some stuff. So I no longer feel bad. Well, at least I don't feel bad about it tonight. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. I need to eat. I haven't eaten in a while, so that's a good place to stop. So as always, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.